Hello YouTube, it's your friendly neighborhood Geklord. Today I'm going to tell you how I make 400 million credits, plus every single time I harvest all of my nip farms. I don't even think I have 10 yet. As you can see, my inventory and storage containers are already relatively full, so right off the bat, before we even begin to see any farms, we are going to be needing to sell all of this nip you see here on my freighter and my starship and my exosuit. And now that that is done, we are going to be visiting my nip farms. What this video is about, this is how I make so many credits off of my nip and 100% and actually using resources when you plant the nip. That means that we're not using wire glitch to make these farms. We are using the shrink anything glitch, which is completely different and does use resources. So technically you're not cheating. Storing orbs is a use of some technology I discovered with the biodomes. It turns out if you use snapping to place them very close together, you can actually make double and triple biodomes, which means by default you would be getting from 16 to 32 and 32 to what would be 48 nip per triple biodome. Mixing that up with the micro biodomes that we have created by shrinking biodomes and using one as a pattern and then placing a bunch inside, we are able to increase the yield from what is the normal plant of 48 to about 400, 500, per biodome. Super duper quickly, super duper easily. We do need to do some more upgrades to the Soaring Orb Greens farms. This one is not done yet. It will be having more plants added to it. I have to max out all of my farms, giving me the most nip possible, which we will be working on in future videos. But as you can see here, let's get this harvest out of the way. There was one of those micro biodome farms. I just love it. It looks so much better than using wire glitch to place it, just because you actually get to see all of the beautiful nip, and it is so much nip to view. Why wouldn't you want to see your nip grow? Also, why would you want to be placing down wire glitch nip just to have a nip farm that spams your inventory? If it's not legit, why do it? So, yeah. So, as you can see here, we're just going to be placing nip that we just harvested from this farm into some storage container inventories. I use that as my nip vault. This is how I store my nip and how I manage to harvest all of my farms in one go, just by transferring stuff to storage container inventories. Sometimes I might have to travel back to the HQ, but as you can see here, this is Sentinel nip. I think I've named it Farm 02 or 01 now, just due to the fact that the Xbox has a profanity filter on the word nip for some weird reason. They do not like the nip over on the Xbox side of things, so I have resorted to naming farms not having the word nip in them, just so that they will be viewable on the Xbox as well. All of these farms are visible. We will be having coordinates and glyphs located at the end of the video. Well, at least glyphs, it's Euclid Galaxy, but as you can see here, this is the next farm, Farm 02, so that means that Sentinel nip is now Farm 01. Farm 02 is about 1,000 nip in one single button press, using only, I do believe, hydroponic trays. Now on to the next hydroponic tray only farm. This consists of 4 button pushes. As you can see, the first button push, hundreds of nip, 264 to be exact. Now, the way I harvested it here is not the proper way to harvest it. As a matter of fact, I think I'll run through the middle afterwards. That is the quickest way to do it. Just run through the middle, harvest the 4 biodomes, and get out of there. This is also only single biodomes here. So this is a whole lot of metal plates used to build this farm. I kept having to buy plates and buy plates and buy plates. I probably put a good 40 million credits into metal plates just to build this farm. Now, on to the farms that were not built by me, but by the Gotcha Beast. Now, I paid him in nip to build them. However, he did build them in creative, which is okay by me, because I'm just paying the guy to do his job. I don't care how he does his job. It's a contact, and I use the contact, so thank you. Anyway, so as you can see here, we didn't have to dump all of our nip into our storage container, just to get closer to see the wonderful total of over 400 million credits from one single harvest. The one thing I do have to complain about is that there's really not enough storage in this game. I have resorted to using just one nip hauler now, because I found that there really is no reason to have that little bitty bit of extra nip stored for no real reason, when you can you're not even making over 500 mil anyway yet. So we're only making 400, where our goal is 1 billion credits from nip. Now we're going to be going on into Pipeline Greens. Pipeline Greens, not the biggest farm, Gotcha Beast built it, not the best, but it does harvest a total of 600 nip in one single button push, so very quick to visit, very quick to leave, not a bad farm, all located in the exact same system. Once again, glyphs will be at the end. Now onto Deep Sea Greens. Gotcha Beast built this one, very sloppy. There's a lot of nip hanging outside of biodomes that doesn't get harvested, but it is probably still a good near 2,000 farm. As a matter of fact, it's probably a 2,000 farm. But that is okay. It's still annoying to harvest. It is 4 biodome setups, so there's 8 biodomes to harvest, and then 2 on top. I'm thinking about having the Gotcha Beast, once I pay him some more nip puts, to remove some of the empty microdomes, because build limits causes that to happen. But anyway, so the only one we didn't do yet was Omega Greens, but we need to go back to the Geklord headquarters. So unfortunately, the recording bugged out for the Geklord when he was trying to show you the harvest of Omega Greens. However, I do have some videos. Gotcha Beast has them over on his channel, link down below. They do include the Omega Greens. It shows you what it is. It shows you the harvest of it. It's just a simple 4 biodomes with a bunch of stuff in them. Harvesting, I think, a total of 1709 nip plants and 4 button presses. Pretty good, pretty good. This here was also built by the Gotcha Beast. I paid him in nip, but don't worry, I paid hundreds of thousands of credits for all of this construction. Once again, not my problem where he gets his materials from. Only my problem in paying the man and getting what I want, because I am the Geklord. But this is a processing area. It is processing the nip and transferring it over to the tower on the portal to transfer nip energy over to all my farms, powering my farms. This is also known as creative power in the difficulty settings, if you still have those enabled. But as you see here, a little bit over 430 million credits made from the nip bud off of one single harvest. I don't usually cash them in. I usually cash them in when I log in. You have to travel to a trade station, as you've seen me in the beginning. If you do not travel to the trade station and you sell to the normal vendor at the space station, you will actually be nuking the economy for nip, and every time you sell nip, it will get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper until it's worth basically nothing. So please do not nuke the economy for nip. Sell to trade stations. Remember that. But on to the glyph part, the proper the part you want to see. Also, there's my free carbon and fascium farm if you haven't seen. But as I was saying, here is the glyph now. We're just going to go ahead and view this planet's address. This is located in the Euclid galaxy. When you arrive, you will arrive at this exact portal, which will be at my Geklord headquarters. Once you arrive here, all you will have to do is travel to any base you want, go to the space station, visit all the bases. There's also a portal at the Geklord headquarters, which is just outside of the portal. But, you know, anyway, I do believe this is all. This has been your friendly neighborhood Geklord, and I am out. I hope to see you in my system soon.